Stealing Stories.
No,
Yeah.
I like sitting like this, especially on this.
Oh, you do?
You know, I do. Yeah, I'm usually also wearing my boots, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be comfy. And then I saw like a couple of me, like episodes of me, because the wide catches
Yeah.
my feet, and I'm like, oh, I should tuck my feet in.
Yeah, we got short legs. Like, they can't be dangling about.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, they barely.
A monster may pull it under the couch or something?
Yeah.
Or we'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Or with us, we'll fall forward.
Yeah, or I'm just kicking my feet the whole time. Yeah.
I've never related less to an intro of a podcast, but I like it. I mean, we're already talking about boobs. I mean, I'm into it.
A shorty with big boobs, you're going to fall
Yeah,
forward.
like-
or you're going to fall
Oh, I
back.
said boots.
Oh, I said boobs.
Oh, you said boobs. Oh, I meant boots, and I was like, yeah,
Your
I guess
boots
they're
are so
really
heavy.
heavy.
Oh. I thought you were like, whoa.
I thought we were talking about boobs. No?
Yeah. Now we
Well,
are.
now we're on the
Oh,
topic
did I
of
bring up boobs?
I think you brought
Oh,
up boobs.
Okay, no, Chelsea did.
I did first.
Oh,
You
you
did,
did.
I was like, oh my God, because if I did, that's crazy.
No.
You're just constantly.
I thought it was a safe space to talk about boobs when she brought it up.
Yeah, I brought it up and I acted it out.
Yeah, this is actually never a safe space.
Not
Yeah.
for men.
Wait, what's the premise of this show?
Truth.
I'm about to be.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Well, what a start. What a start
What
to an
a
episode.
start.
Yes.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Steele My Story, which is not a safe space for anybody or anything. And today, I am here as your host, Alexa Steele. Get it? It's my name. I can never change it because now this podcast is based off of that. And my wonderful co-host, Ian J. Fisher.
Wait, were you going to change your name or change the podcast name?
Well, I was just saying that, like, I could never, like, I kind
Do
of had
either
that
one now.
yeah, I'm just like, I had that realization that I'm like, whoa, I can never change my name. Also, I like my
Would
name.
you like to change your last
No,
name?
I wouldn't like to change my last name, but I guess just now that I know that I can't, I'm like, whoa, now that you're saying I can't.
You had
Now nobody's saying that but me.
You had a steelization.
Oh!
Whoa, that could have been a better show.
Boom!
Yes.
And that is a suggestion from our wonderful guest, Chelsea Larkin, actor, writer, comedian. You can catch her on Children Ruin Everything and at Second City.
Mhm.
So there you go. Obviously, hilarious.
Yeah, that was my best work in years. Off the cuff.
Right, that was off the cuff?
Yes.
Boom,
Ah, I
right
thought-
there.
I thought that
didn't
was
ri-
prepared
I
for
didn't
sure.
write it at home. And also the boob stuff was off the cuff too.
That was off the cuff?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I wish I had that kind of skill.
It takes years.
Years
No.
to cultivate.
I'm gonna be fired immediately.
She's been watering this
Fired from
garden.
this or just
I don't
from
know.
everything?
Just from the world.
You're fired from our show. Get out of here.
It's fine. I had a good run.
You had a great run. This was the longest episode.
A good run of 10 minutes. Oh.
Sometimes I've wanted to fire guests. I won't name names, but sometimes you're like, come on.
But have you had people tell sad stories as a truth lie?
Like, they're sad, but they're also kind of funny that it
Okay.
happened.
You don't mean
Yes.
sad like pathetic.
Whoa,
Like really sad
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
this was
Whoa,
rough.
what a loser.
Yeah.
Not like sad, like trauma that it's unhealed,
Like-
but they're looking to you to heal.
Thank
Like,
God.
I feel like we've had some trauma, but it's like trauma dumping, but they kind of like spin it funny. Like it is
Yes.
funny.
Imagine if someone just told like the saddest story ever and it's like, yeah, and then we left and my brother, his heart exploded that night and they just like left us and we're like, oh.
And we're like, so that one was a lie, right? And they're like, no, 100% full truth.
But was
Both
it your
of them.
Yeah, was it your fault? Truth.
That was, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
God. Yeah, no, you could be the first today if you want to break all of
Do you
our
have a
hearts.
sad story? Is that what you're asking?
No, I have like as I was
Uh-oh.
trying to choose a story, I was like, oh no, this was just very sad and there's no like twist at the end.
Oh,
There's
no.
no twist. There's no laugh. It just is
It's
sad.
just like he's dead, eh? Ugh.
oh,
And then but no.
whoa.
Or she.
Whoa.
But no, I'm not choosing that one.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, now I
Yes.
kind of want to know. Can you tell a bonus story
A
afterwards?
bonus dramatic story.
It's just some
And for listeners who
Oh, well,
subscribe to the
okay, now
Patreon,
I'm nosy, okay? That's like a big reason that
Yeah.
I made the show. Is like I'm nosy. I want to know.
Well, I don't know why.
Lives.
So this one is a bonus story. That's okay.
that's okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, tell the
Okay.
bonus story. I want to know.
Is that okay?
As I think
we
I-
signed her up for 2 stories.
Yeah, we signed her up for only 2.
Yeah, like
No, no,
don't you be
no.
talking too much. So I think I used to tell this story like as I don't know, as an adolescent. I don't think I've ever said that sentence in my life.
A teenager for the uneducated.
Yes. And I used to think it was hilarious, but then as I was driving here today, I was like, oh, no, that's not a good story at all. So it's actually very sad. So my grandpa used to be, he had Alzheimer's, and he used to be in like a retirement home.
Oof,
The jokes
Rob,
are
hey, but let's
coming.
start.
Oh my God. My face tried to go serious.
I know, I
and it
could see the
didn't.
curves of a smile, but
was like-
as it was getting darker too.
I know, I was trying to be like, we're trying, he's sad. And there was a whole collection of folks on this floor.
Mhm.
It was kind of like the dementia floor, the dementia Alzheimer's floor. It was the 90s, a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Was it more
I
popular back
couldn't-
then, or they were just
Was
like,
it like the mercury or the lead? What was
I
going
don't
on?
know. A lot of things falling on people's heads.
There you
yeah,
go.
anvils a lot back
Yeah.
yeah.
But there was one of the guys, his name was Hugh.
Ooh, yeah, that.
No.
There's a ghost.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hugh.
It honestly happens. Yeah.
A
Is
lot.
this your
Don't
grandfather? Was
speak
that your
about me.
grandfather's ghost?
No, it's his friend.
Oh.
It's his friend.
Yes. And he
Sorry, that's
Okay, two
me.
ghost
That's
things.
me.
No.
I'm just trying to tuck my feet in a comfortable way. Okay, now I'm ready.
So there was a younger man on the floor named Hugh.
Oh.
And he would rap. He would rap nonstop. Like
How old was he?
When was this? Like
this-
early 2000s? 90s?
Yeah, this was like late 90s.
late 90s. Okay.
And he had Alzheimer's from getting hit in the head with something, like at work.
Whoa.
And it just was like Alzheimer's.
and he just like loved
I don't think
Tupac
that's
after that.
Alzheimer's.
It
I
was
think that's
some-
brain damage.
They were just
Oh my
like, yeah,
God.
it's all.
By the way, if you want to watch the video version to this podcast, you can just look us up on YouTube. It's Steele My Story podcast, and you can get more out of it.
It's not you can see some brain
So you can
damage.
see some
we are acting out a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to miss the boob stuff.
Yes, and the acting out getting hit on the head. Yeah, so I think it's like whatever effect happened when he was hit on the head by this item at work.
Mhm.
It created the same effect that Alzheimer's has. So he was like, that's what they called it. It was like early onset from head injury.
Mm.
Anyways, the jokes are coming. And he just, my brother and I, we just called him Rappin' Hugh because we were like
Oh,
very little, and he would just roam the halls rapping.
was he
and
good?
It was pretty good. Like he was.
Well,
Damn.
Was it the same song every day, like
No.
Memento? Like he's like, I'm
Would-
freestyling.
Yeah.
But he
Is he
couldn't
rapping
remember?
about like what he's seeing around him?
Yes, he was like, but he was also spitting rhymes about the past. He was spitting rhymes about the future. And,
Wow.
And he
Oh my
kept.
gosh, he's a prophetic rapper.
Yes.
Oh, thank heaven. In 2 more years, there's going to be 9/11.
Kind of like that, except he was like this, like a white man named Hugh. Like he was not. You don't think rap would come to him naturally, but
Yeah.
it did.
Wow.
Like me a second ago.
Yeah.
Ian's been hitting the
you
head a
nailed
couple
it.
times.
I was in the head once too. That would explain a lot of the things I say on this
There you
show.
go.
Okay, yeah. So he's not a traditional rapper, so to speak, especially in the
Yes.
90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Eminem and Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, like they were like they were the only two. But this is a very condensed version because like every time we visited him every Sunday, like or not him, my grandpa, the raps started to be like a little bit like scary.
Oh.
Like he rapped about like someone falling in the bath, and like it was like he was like rapping the future.
oh my
He should have been called
gosh.
Future Before Future.
Whoa, you should have.
I know. And then he rapped and about like his death coming. He was like, Sylvia, my wife, supposed to visit, like, but I'll be dead. Like, shit. That wasn't.
Maybe he wasn't a great rapper.
Well, I mean,
You
I don't-
know, he
Those were
wasn't,
his bars?
He's not signing any deals, but he was a good.
and like he rhymed. But he also like followed us around, and like my dad would be like, God damn it, Rappin' Hugh's following us around.
He called him Rappin' Hugh
Yeah.
too?
Because he was just everywhere. And then there was Hugh too, a man who just stood behind Hugh a lot.
You too, but he just did U2 covers?
Yeah. So anyway, then the next Sunday Hugh was dead. And
From
he,
a bath incident?
from something with food, and his wife was supposed to come and she didn't come, so he like predicted the future, and like my brother and I were like, cool, but then we were like, we were so scared.
Oh my
You'd be
gosh.
like, what other did he say in the songs?
I
Like
know.
trying to remember.
Yeah, we were like, someone's gonna die in the bath, like, and then not too long after, my grandpa like thought it was his own room and like tried to get into this woman's bath, and then they had like a slap fight. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm telling this story.
Also, this is not a sad story. This is a
No, but Hugh dying was sad because he was
Yeah.
young. But like the bath slap fight, my dad being like yellow, and then hearing like your father-in-law had a slap fight
And
with
he
a lady.
lost.
call me Batman, the Dark Knight. You know what's coming. It's a slap fight.
Oh my god.
Had a slap fight, which is nuts.
But like also this woman being like, "Hi, Mr. Larkin. There was an incident in the bath with Joe.
In the bath?
It was like a slap fight of sorts. Like her and him being like, like."
Oh.
Anyways, lots of
we'll be
stuff
right
happened.
there.
Yeah. Like, then we were trying to recount Hugh's raps to be like, what did he predict?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he predicted a slap fight.
Yeah.
In the bath.
He said something about the bath.
There you go.
Yeah.
He said slap bath.
Yes, and also most of his raps were about his wife Sylvia coming to visit for,
Leave it right
for
there.
Christmas. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yo, he knew what he was doing.
Wow.
He was a fucking tomcat in the sack. Say what you will.
And he wanted us to know.
That's great. And how you think he was like in his 20s or 30s?
No, he was 50 in his early 50s.
Okay.
Yes, and
So
like
still a little old to be rapping.
yes.
You haven't made it?
Maybe.
And he was a large man with white hair, and he had a vest. I don't know. what
Bulletproof
vest.
vest.
Oh yeah,
Because he heard what happened to Tupac.
yeah.
Back then.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought for some reason I was like, this story's great, and then
I'm on board with it being great.
But that-
I mean, it is really crazy, like
know.
rap, like to be hit in the head, and you are gifted visions, but you
Yes.
can only express them through rap.
and he didn't
Like
he-
in the olden days, I feel like that would be like poetry. Like you'd be,
Yes.
and people would be like, the priestess of Isis has given us another piece of
No.
poetry.
Yeah, a song.
A song
gather
with prophecies. And then nowadays it's just good Hugh the rapper.
Yeah.
And
like go back to your room. Like
In the
It sucks now if someone.
No.
It would suck if he's like the only way you can tell this stuff is that. So it's like the worst, most annoying power now.
Yeah, and because like I think everyone else was so annoyed or like just thought he was like just saying random stuff. Like there was
really, he was predicting
Yes.
huge.
and like me and my brother were like, hold on. Like we were like 9. We were like, he's rapping. And we were like, everyone shh. Like because it sounded like he was just saying random things like some of the other I was gonna say inmates. Fuck no, inmates. No. I've been watching too much TV. Okay. Some of the other residents. Residents.
Yeah.
Residents.
Residents.
I was like patients, clients,
Clients.
residents, tenants.
I mean, if you've been to like some retirement homes, they are like kind of like, I do feel bad for the residents.
Yes,
It does
that-
feel a
and-
little inmatey there.
And that floor, like obviously, it was like difficult for everyone. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew. There was also a lady who talked like via cat.
Amazing.
Her cat's-
Like she goes meow or she says the cat is saying something.
She says meow,
Oh, amazing.
and or she'll be like, I'm hungry,
Oh,
meow.
it's half English, half meow.
And so my brother and I would be like, cat's out today. Like we went every Sunday. And we
Wow.
make,
That was your church.
yeah, and we make
Wow.
like characters, and yeah, and then so people would just ignore Hugh and lump him in with cat lady, but like he had more to say.
And it just sounded like nonsense to you guys because at the time,
Yeah.
these words,
Everyone was like kind of talking. It was-
Sylvia, I feel you in my loin. Everybody invest, buy a Bitcoin.
We were like, what?
Whoa.
1999. You're like, this doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, there you go.
He was.
I
Saying,
promise I'm done rapping.
He was. I need to think.
I
About
feel like
this.
how you felt now. And I'm like, ooh, third one, not as much
Third
of
one.
it.
But they were longer. It was like.
An hour and a half song.
It was like. It was always about like, Sylvia's coming to visit because it's Christmas. But I don't know if she's coming. Is she gonna miss this? And like it was like.
that's better than any.
Wow.
That's the best rap I've heard so far.
But it was. They were long and like.
Sad.
Just about Sylvia.
Yeah, but then they were like weird poetry, like splish splash, there's a bath, the wrath, like so that there was no rhythm or there was no rhyme to his
It was like
rhythm.
spoken word, kind of.
Spoken
Yeah.
word
Or
poetry.
slam poet. He was a slam
Yeah,
poet. Yeah.
wait a
Wow,
minute,
there you
yeah.
go.
But that was the story.
Wow.
But it was not.
And is your grandfather still alive?
No.
I know. I mean, it's
but you know what?
25 years ago, the story takes place.
But you know what? When he died, it was this was kind of cool. He didn't know who we were for like quite a while.
Mhm.
as he was like taking his last breaths, he and apparently this happens. They can get like a moment of like lucidity. I don't know. And he
Yeah.
grabbed my mom and was like, Diane, thank you so much for taking care of me all these years. And then he was like, and she was like,
Holy whoa.
That part was kind of sad.
I know,
That
but
is
it's also
really
so
sad.
sweet.
It was very sweet. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say something
Wow.
crazy.
Like a
No.
crazy
There's
moment of
asbestos.
clarity.
Yes. And
Whoa.
and
maybe it's like the adrenaline pumping or something.
Yeah. And like
Whoa.
she was like, he looked her right in the eyes and he knew who she was. And she was just like, oh my gosh,
That's
what
nuts.
a nice final memory. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
I acted out this part, which I'm sure didn't happen. But
Right.
Yeah, you can catch that on
yeah.
video.
I acted out my tongue for listeners. I acted out a death and I shouldn't have.
I hope I'm funny enough. When I'm like 90 on my deathbed, I hope I'm funny enough just to fuck with my family. And in the last moments of like, if
I
that's
think you will be.
and like I'm dying and then I get a little energy, I go like, John the Baptist, I can feel your breath. And then just die. And then they're on this show,
Yes.
my grandkids talking about how grandpa was possessed by Satan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And-
And you're gonna be up there being like, got him.
yeah.
Got him.
Got him. Ah!
That action sends me to hell.
Yeah. You're on your way and you're like,
With it, like 180.
oh my God. Yeah.
But you know what? I used to visit my grandpa too. You brought back a memory. I'm like, my parents used to make me sing for my grandpa when he was in the. I know it's really sweet to think of, but like in my child brain, like back then, I hated doing it.
Yeah, it's like you dread
I
doing
dread.
it.
They're like, you have to sing part of your world. Sing it now, and then they'd bring the boombox and like press play, and I'd have to be
With
like,
the boombox?
yeah, in the hallway in front of it, and they're like, it brings people joy, and I'm like, I don't feel joy right now.
Some other family can't hear what their grandfather's saying is
I
dying
know,
words
'cause I'm
because
like,
they're singing so
"Out
loud.
of your world." No, and
Oh my
like,
God, that's so cute.
What if your
though.
grandpa was
it's
like,
so cute, and I feel like he did like appreciate seeing his grandchildren come and visit him and
Yes.
everything. But yeah,
But in the moment, you're still like being forced to do something in front of a bunch of people.
I
and-
know,
yeah.
exactly. So trauma for me, but grandpa, that one was for you. I would.
do you know any songs? Other songs?
Do you know Zeppelin?
And I worried, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even know how much English he really spoke. Like, to
He didn't
be
know you were
honest.
singing.
I know, maybe not. Maybe he thought I was doing slam poetry. And he was like, God, my family's going down the drain.
Or he thought you were cat lady, be like, meow.
Meow.
Yeah, you were his cat lady.
Oh my God.
Do you think Cat Lady's still alive?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I have a feeling everyone from that hall of misfit toys may be dead now.
But it's just so weird. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
But it was fun times. And because I have a twin brother, and it's just the two
Oh.
of us. So like we made it as fun as it could possibly be.
100%.
Yeah. We were like, let's find Rappin' Hugh. Like, let's see what he's up to.
It's fun
It was like the
rapping
Parent
here.
Trap for you guys.
Yes. And we would just roam the halls and like the doors would be open and we'd see like one time we saw a woman like run into a bathroom and shut the door, and then her roommate chase her and just wait outside the door, and we were like, I wonder what that's about. And then we came by like an hour later and we saw the woman open the door and her roommate go like "Tss," and spray her with hairspray in the eyes.
She waited for her to get out to destroy her?
Yeah. And we were like, yo, like that lady waited for her roommate to spray fucking hairspray in her eyes.
Waited for an hour.
And we were like, they're still out there. And she was like, "Tss," and sprayed her.
Wow, that's dedication. I
Yeah.
guess there's not really a whole lot else to do in there,
Yeah.
though.
There's no nice way of saying this. I'm making some deductions. Your grandfather didn't have Alzheimer's. This is an asylum.
This
Wait a
may have been
minute.
an
Your
asylum.
grandfather was
No
going through
one's
some
arms
other.
were free.
Yeah.
Why was
No.
everybody in a straitjacket?
Wait a minute.
Maybe
Sorry,
you
there
should
are
look up
bars on
your
the
family
window.
history maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true. Alzheimer's wouldn't make you spray your roommate with hairspray.
Yeah, Alzheimer's made my grandpa rip out all his hair in the night.
and have a bath slap fight.
So weird.
Anyways, we made it as fun as it could be, and it meant a lot to them. The end.
The end.
The
That's all we're
end.
taking away from this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was a great bonus story. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're cooking.
That
we
was
haven't
a
even
long
told the
one.
real first story.
I know.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Chelsea, do you consider yourself a good liar?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow. Watch out, everybody.
Imagine if every time I lied, I went, it was a witch. People would be like, oh, you're lying.
I think she's lying.
Not a good
about
liar,
this
maybe.
one.
No, that's not good at all. I'm good at like I think if someone asked me one question, like, did this happen? And I tried to lie, then they would know. I'd be like, yes. Like, and I would they would know. But if it's like a from scratch long
So
story,
you got some time to prep a lie.
yes.
Okay.
But on the spot lie, I would not
Okay.
be good at it.
Well, I hate to tell you one of the questions we'll be asking after your stories.
Oh yeah. So you ask clarifying questions.
Yeah, we do.
We try to figure stuff out.
Oh good.
Yeah, we poke some holes into the
Yeah.
quote unquote stories or lies. Who knows what they are?
Yes. Okay. I'm ready.
I have another question.
Yes.
Are you the type of person who often tells like little white lies?
White lies? No.
White lies, no.
No.
Only dark,
Only
giant
dark,
fabrication.
dramatic lies when you feel they are necessary.
Yes. And usually my lies are to soften the truth for someone else.
Oh, they're doing a favor through lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be considered like a
yeah,
white.
baby,
like,
I still love you.
Yeah.
oh my God.
I don't know who that guy is.
yeah. It's not. You're doing them a favor, clearly.
Yeah. He just got in here.
Yeah, I don't know. He's fixing the TV.
Yeah, he took his clothes off. It's just hot in here.
Yeah.
It's so hot in here. I tried to turn on the.
Yeah.
What can you do?
This is so kind.
Yeah, those are the kind of lies. Or like, how was I in this? Oh no, I can't say that. Never
Whatever that
mind.
was gonna be.
Oh, that was gonna be juicy. We'll get that
No.
after.
No.
Woo! Okay.
Okay.
I asked that because I'm a big white liar. Anyway, go on.
In comparison, so you're more like a little.
I get like
flub.
a little nervous sometimes, and people will be like, "Yeah, exactly the same." We'll be like, "Did you like my Christmas gift?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I loved it! It was amazing." I didn't mean to look at you when I said that.
You told me you loved it.
Oh no!
Wait, that guy wasn't fixing the TV?
And it was
know who that
Christmas.
guy was.
Oh my god!
I needed to watch my Christmas shows.
Oh my god! My programs.
My
I tell-
program.
my Christmas programs.
But I also catch myself like saying lies that like don't really need to be said.
Oh,
that I'm
yeah.
just like saying in the moment. I'm like, why am I saying this? Like, I don't really need to be like.
You never need to be saying
I
that.
never need to be saying them, but I get so nervous and like anxious that
Yeah.
I'm like just saying what I think I need to be saying instead of the truth. Anyway,
But
This
that's
whole
not-
show's an intervention to teach Alexa not to lie.
Yes.
I guess so. Or is it because
But do you have like there's like a couple type of lie? Like some couples like you just if one person is lying, the other just knows to like go along with it.
yeah, we do. Or I'll come home and be like, Ian, if anybody asks about this, the answer is this.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
we were in
he's like,
Mexico
you
last
roped
night."
me into more of your
Yeah.
lies.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't want to be dragged into the accomplice lie.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
have to, and you do, right? Tell us your story.
Okay. Okay, so this is a kind of a creepy one.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want the title of the story or I'll
Yes.
just-
Oh
okay.
my gosh, titles. Oh wow, title your story. Title it.
It's called The Ouija Board.
Whoa!
Do people say
Upper-
Ouija? Ouija?
Yeah, Ouija. I
Ouija.
think.
Okay, but
Ouija.
there's an A in there.
Ouija
Yeah.
the hard A.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Ouija.
Okay, good. Phew. If I said that, cut it out.
Cut
That's
that
a
out.
really bad
Oh,
slip.
man.
The only person who understands what that is Alexa's grandfather who didn't speak English.
Okay, phew. that's what I was hoping for. Okay. So my mom is Catholic,
Mhm.
is Catholic.
Hey, Roman Catholic.
Yes.
Let's go.
And when I was a kid, like again in the 90s, Ouija boards very popular.
Oh yeah.
It was just like a thing you'd bring it out with sleepovers or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
So I had a sleepover for my birthday with a bunch of girls, and my mom was just like gonna be checking in and like coming to the basement, and this was when I lived in Ottawa. That doesn't matter. Ooh, the Ottawa Catholic system.
Much spookier now.
Yes, but I say she's Catholic because Catholic people, since they believe in angels and God, etc., often also believe in ghosts and spirits and things like that.
Yeah.
More readily.
Mhm.
So we were having a sleepover, and sure enough, one of the girls, her name was Kristen McCooey.
Hey, Kristen, if you're listening, this is your moment.
So funny. Oh my gosh! Usually people are like, "Can you cut this out?"
Well, I think she moved to Buffalo. She'll
Now you're giving so many more
Buffalo's
details.
So far.
If you want to look her up on Facebook, now you have
Kristen
2 points of
McCooey,
data.
if you're watching this, can you leave
Yeah.
us a comment? And
Also,
be like, it's
Kristen
Kristen
McCooey,
McCooey.
you wrecked my snow fort, and I'm sorry that we got in that fight that day.
Did you
Oh.
fist fight Kristen
Yes.
McCooey?
Because she wrecked my
Shit.
snow fort, and
This is a different story?
no, this is a different story, and my brother's snow fort, and so I
You know what?
yeah, beat her up.
That's actually a legitimate reason to
Yeah.
get into a fist fight.
Because my twin brother was more slight. So I
You know what?
I had
And
to
they
fight his
are.
battles.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, me and
I
Kristen.
mean, you beat them up, but you also beat up others for them.
Yes, it was the end of our
Yes.
friendship.
Mhm.
But we were still friends, and she brought a Ouija board
Oh.
to my birthday. I think I was
This
like,
before or after you beat her up?
this is before.
Oh, okay.
the snow fort ended our friendship.
Oh.
That ended a lot of kids' friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know
in
what?
Ottawa, it was like an ice fort. It was dangerous. It's hard to build.
Wow.
It's cold there.
It is.
It's a big
There's
half the
ice.
year is building ice
It's
sports.
true. Just yes. Okay. So, and my mom was like popping in with chips and pop as a mom does. And
PCP party.
PCP,
Woo!
pops, chips, and parents.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're the
I
first
don't know what
person to
that
ever know it.
means.
I thought that was an Ottawa term. I guess not.
I guess it made its way all the way to the West Coast.
Oh yeah, I like it. So, the girls they're like it was like getting close to 9 p.m. They're like, let's play with the Ouija board, and my mom, freaked out,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, Chelsea, no, you're not playing that. You're not playing that. And I was like, why? And she was like, you just can't. You can't. You're not allowed to play it. It's like that's not a toy. And I was like, we've played it before. Everyone just like, you ask like what boy likes me. You know, people are just like moving it around. Like no one's asking for anything scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I've like never seen her like this. Like her face was like white as a ghost, and she was like, "No, you're not playing." And then I was like, "Well, just go upstairs. Also go upstairs, anyways. But like, can you just don't don't be a part of it?" And then she was like, "Well, no, if you're playing, I'm gonna stay because I
Whoa.
need to like protect you." And then she said, "You cannot play." Like to me,
All these other little kids can get sent to hell.
yes. And then
Whoa.
and she said like you have to sit over here. And I was like, it's my birthday, it's my party. Actually, no, it wasn't my birthday, was it? No, because
I love that. This is my party, Mom.
I don't know if actually this is not part of it, but I don't remember if it was my birthday. I don't think it was because then my brother would have been involved because we're twins.
Right. It was just maybe
Right.
like a regular sleepover.
Yes, it was like one of my
Okay.
first like real girl sleepovers.
Aw.
Yes. So I like just sat on the other couch with my mom, and I don't know, she was like pretend to read a book, which she did not. And then yeah,
The
so
book
we-
she's reading though is the book of
The
Satan.
Bible?
Or what is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
The Book of Satan.
it's
Did
like-
you confuse the Book of Satan with the Bible?
No. Is there a book of Satan? What's it called?
There is like, I think there's like,
It's like the when the Twilight writer wrote the
oh.
one from the perspective of Robert Cullen.
there's like the Wiccan
it's
There's-
like,
manual.
no, I
There's
think I
some
feel like
Satan
that's
book.
you're thinking of the Hammer of the Witch, which was actually
Oh,
like
yeah.
a book written to witch hunt by
Yes.
Christians.
Anyway, we're digging into
Anyway,
this
I feel
joke.
like there is like
There's a book of the
Malef-
devil, isn't there?
There's a part I feel like that's about like the Antichrist, but I don't know if that was like a part of the Bible that was cut out or removed, because a lot of like stories have been removed from the Bible over the years.
But
But
Satan didn't write it.
no,
he
but
co-wrote.
Satan-
Ghost wrote it. He's a busy guy.
Or his friends wrote it about him.
There you
Right.
go. I feel like same thing where like people on Earth wrote it.
And
Unauthorized.
there were like accounts of the devil doing stuff. There's plenty of that.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he's in the Bible tempting
Rumors.
Jesus
Yes.
in like for 40 days or
Unfounded.
something.
Yes, something like
Yeah.
that.
I wasn't paying that much attention in church.
No.
Sorry.
I read. Oh no, that's not. I was like, I read Dante's Inferno.
There you go. That's a fanfic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like what people think hell is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in that book that's
There's a lot of
stayed
crazy
in my brain.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then we started playing, and then like you could tell the girls were like moving it around, and they were just asking like who has a crush on who or something. And then they asked like, are there any evil spirits
Oh,
here with us?
the spirit said, now it's getting good.
And then it went yes. And then they all were like, meh. And my mom was like, so my mom got up and started like tidying, and like she was still like listening, but she was like walking around.
Oh my god, she's like sprinkling salt
She's got one
everywhere.
of those things.
Yeah,
Sprinkling
saging
holy
around,
water.
yeah. And then they were like, what's this? evil spirit's name. And I'm not even going to say the name because I don't.
I don't think you should. Actually.
Rapping Hugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa! What a twist.
Wow.
You're like, what? What are you doing here?
So it spelled out this name,
Mm.
and everyone was like, huh? And my mom lost her shit. Like
maybe recognize the name?
Oh, she did. And
was it, can I ask, was it like a sort of a demonic name, or was it like just a regular person's name?
Very regular.
Oh, ooh, chills.
And she grabbed the board, like I think she like threw it like away in the garbage, and like she went upstairs and like she wanted everyone to leave, and then she just I don't know, my dad came down and was like, "What the hell? You guys mess up the chips?" We were like, "No, it's
the chips." The dad, what did you do to upset your mom?
Yeah.
Grabs a few Doritos.
He's like, "Stop getting your period," or whatever's going on down here. We're like, "That's not happening, Dad." But
stop getting your period.
You don't know anything. You work a 9 to 5 in the 90s. You don't know what's happening. That's the way things go.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So then, and like I was like scared, but I didn't know what that was. So then, like the next day, I was like, "Mom, like, can you tell me like what happened?" And she said that, her whole life, she's like had this, just like guardian angel spirit that she just knew she had.
Right.
And she knew their name. It just was in her head since she was like 4 years old. And I have actual chills. It spelled out that spirit's name. Not only did it spell
Sinbad,
and I wasn't playing, and I didn't know.
Right. And she never mentioned this name to you ever.
Never, ever.
Wow.
And
you weren't even playing.
I wasn't playing. Couch. And it wasn't just like spelling out the name. It said, "Are there any evil?"
Yeah,
spirits?
I was just thinking.
So it was evil the whole time.
So she like maybe thought that like this was a good spirit with her.
Yes, and like
a good presence.
She just knew. She just was like, "I have a guardian angel. I know their name is this, and what, you know, growing up Catholic, etc." And then, but she didn't want to play the game. I don't think because she thought that was going to happen. Mm-hmm. She just didn't want to play it because
I feel like if you're a Catholic or Christian, you like naturally don't like anything occult or anything that's like from like pagan or other religions.
Yes. So she was just more like, "Oh, I don't like that, and like I don't think you should play." And but like as in like an adult woman in her like late 40s, like and so then that's like the main story. But oddly, like a year later, my cousin brought another Ouija board to the house. Oh. And then I was like, "My mom's not going to like this." And then we played or whatever.
Did your mom know you were playing that time?
No, she didn't. Okay. And then I was like, "We should hide it just in case." Like, and I got up and I stepped on the thingy that you move. I forget what it's called. And I broke it into like 3 pieces. And I was like, "Oh, I'm a heavy-footed child," but also I broke it, and then I was like, "Okay, well, let's just throw the whole thing out." And I just put it in a bag and like tossed it in the basement. Mm-hmm. And then literally I came up like at the end of the night to go to bed, and I opened my closet and it was completely back together.
Hate that.
Yeah, sitting and the board wasn't there, just the like mover thingy. And it was like, and I was like, and it wasn't like taped or anything. It wasn't like glued. I think I like blocked that out from my brain until right now.
Wow.
But yeah.
Was that part of the story?
That was just a year later. Yes.
Wow, that's just an add-on. Just
because now I'm like stuff on. Now I don't believe this story at all.
I know.
I believe it.
But until then, I was like really scared, and I'm like, do I want this story to be true?
But this is a part that was like just a weird separate part too that I kind of like blocked out.
Till right now.
Yeah, but it was like it was.
What if
like,
I pulled it out right now?
I'd be like,
and Alexa pulled out the other half.
Ah, it was 3 pieces.
Yeah, and that's the flaw. Yeah, so that's that story.
That's scary.
Oh, I know. My gosh.
And you said listeners can e-transfer you or Venmo you to get the name of the ghost?
Yes.
Yeah. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes.
I'm kidding. We don't have a Patreon yet. Coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But it like should have scared me more as a kid, but like it didn't.
Does it scare you now more thinking back about it?
Oh yeah, like as an adult, It's very scary. And
I feel like as a kid, like you're just like you haven't like learned as much about the world around you. Like it doesn't mean as much.
and like I believed her. I was like, oh yeah, that sucks, Mom.
That sucks, Mom.
Yeah, I was like, better go to school.
It's
like,
always it's shitty when you have a friend who's not really a friend. I have one like that, and her name is
Kristen.
Kristen Belusi.
Christian.
That's
I'm
your
not gonna
evil
say it
spirit.
again. And McCooey wasn't leading it the whole time. Some of the less
There you go.
bossy girls were in there too.
Shout out a little
Oh.
extra detail we learned about her. Also
And
bossy.
did these girls maybe know anybody who had that name like from school or
No,
something?
it was a weird name.
It was
Like,
weird, kind of weird, but like a human name.
Yes.
Okay.
Like this wasn't the
Only
name.
I'm just like saying
Yes.
if it was like spelling out the name of an ancient demon of some kind, I'd be
No.
like, whoa.
It's like Canner. It's like Connor and Tanner put together.
Yes.
It's a weird name. But
it's a weird name. Okay.
Like my mom. I'm just trying to think. Like she grew up in the 50s and 60s. So like it was like an old fashioned
Right,
strange
okay.
name.
Agatha.
Yes.
It was like Edward, like from
We're just
Twilight.
guessing names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we
That's
get
what
it?
the rest of this thing is.
Yeah.
Just guessing a
We're
name.
just guessing the
Old
name.
name.
But they
Okay.
were like, "Wah," like, and I was like, I obviously heard of that name, but
Yeah.
no, we had never met anyone
Right.
with that name or
Interesting.
So weird.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow. I like that story.
Yeah,
I
me too.
know,
I
what a
actually
weird
have
one,
goosebumps.
eh?
So many people come here and tell ghost stories.
Yeah,
and I love it. I love ghost stories so much.
I have a ghost one, but this one I've never told before because I was just like, now that I'm an adult, I realize like
Yeah.
that is really scary.
Would you let, if you have a daughter, her play with a Ouija board?
If I'm not there,
Yeah, I'd be
You
like,
do-
you
you
could
wouldn't
do
do
that
the-
at your friend's
yeah,
house.
I'm selfish.
Just
I don't
in
wanna be
case
part of
like
this.
she opens up a portal or something, I'd be like, do that
Yeah.
at your friend's house, okay?
Get sucked in.
And then you can come back here and leave whatever.
Yeah.
Them to deal with the whatever.
It
They can have
just-
the weird conjuring house.
Yeah.
We'll have the normal house.
Just let them know that I'm not into this. So
Yeah.
if they want to do something haunty.
But you wouldn't like do what your mom did and pretend to read the Bible and
No.
clean the
I feel like I would be like, if you're gonna do this, we better do some protection first. I'd be
Oh,
like, surround
yes.
it with salt. You'd better light some incense. You'd better do some protection.
That makes
on
it scary
yourself.
if you're a kid, I think, because then you're like,
Good. I'm
Does-
like, I would
does
scare. I
Cindy's
think I
mom
would
believe?
scare the kids. I think I would be like, like turn out all the lights. Have you ever seen that TikTok where like the kids are doing the Ouija board and the dad is like beside the electrical thing in the basement and he like turns on the lights
That's
and you
funny.
just hear them all.
That's
funny.
cute. Actually,
It is really cute. He's adding to the ambiance.
Yes, that's cute. And you could the whole like, are you moving it? Are you moving it? All that. Stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, it is kind of cute. I feel it's a rite of passage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never done one.
Really? Well, sucks to suck again.
Wasn't invited to the birthday parties.
Or it already become the 2000s, and you were like, these aren't popular
Y2K!
anymore.
Let's just play Blink-182 and get a Discman instead.
Discman. Oh my gosh, I forgot about those.
Let's play an RPG.
An RPG role-playing game.
RPG. Wow.
Yeah, I was too busy killing it on Halo to be summoning devils.
That could be a rap.
That almost was a rap.
Yeah, it was poetry of some kind.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so that's my
Wow.
first tale.
I like it. Like,
I
I feel
I
like
love
Full
that.
percent
I
boss.
actually got goosebumps. I got some chills.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
about
weird.
anybody else listening.
It's a weird one.
Okay, let's poke some holes as
yes,
per
okay.
usual.
Dun dun dun.
See, I feel like we need something here. I need a little sound effect. You ever seen those sound effect boards?
Oh yes,
I would love to get one of those. Can I get one of those over here, you think?
Nope.
Okay.
Answer is
No.
Nope. Just instantly, like, was that?
It's just me making the sounds now. It's
Well, we
a little
can add them in
DIY.
post. I mean, we add them for other things, but it's funnier just to leave you hanging and have these horrible little cute sounds.
And then we all just looked at you.
We tell her there's no budget for it.
The budget's $0.00 for sound effects. Okay. Questions.
Have you brought up this name or anything to your mom since?
I think in high school I did. So like probably like 8 years later after the kid incident. And I think she had some wine. So it went over not terribly.
Ooh.
Wow.
Or I think I was like, like that time and she was like, oh, Chelsea. And then like that was it.
Oh.
But there was no other. No, I haven't since.
Did she imply that this presence was still in her life, or that it was just in her life when she was younger?
It was still. That's
Whoa.
yes.
Chills again.
So
Mm.
I don't know, but she specifically said like since she was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old, she
Wow.
felt this, guardian angel.
Oh my God, chills again.
I just have an imaginary friend.
Wow. Okay. Well, you need to get blessed.
You looked at me with like, I do not give a shit about this story.
No,
What
I
did,
did.
what did he or she do?
Mm-hmm.
For a living?
For
I'm like
little
a 5-year-old with like a kid, an imaginary friend who's like, I gotta go to work.
holding a little briefcase?
Drove a, yeah.
Or when did he appear?
When I was in car rides, looking out the window, I would imagine him like running beside the car, jumping over like signs and like stuff like in
that
driveways.
little like when
Oh,
you're
that's
like
cute.
passing through a cornfield and you can see like the little shadow kind of going through the cornfield with you.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I was
Yeah,
scared for a second that you were about to tell a ghost story by
No,
accident.
it's not a. It's like it's
You know when
just
you
you're
can see the
seeing-
devil chasing
you
your
know,
car?
Being like
got the horns and everything. No,
Yeah.
it's just you're seeing the row between the corn,
Right.
And it looks like it's a darker shape than the rest of the corn.
oh
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting.
yeah.
I don't know if I spent enough time in cornfields.
I definitely saw that as a kid, and like I did exactly what
That's
you.
so cute.
Yeah.
Maybe you had the same imaginary friend.
Maybe I didn't have an imaginary friend.
You understand?
and then he would just keep you company while you're looking out the
Yeah, and like
window.
ride the plane. I was always scared of flying. He would like ride the wing of the plane. It was like, I guess it was like a
Aw.
comfort thing on traveling.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
cute.
cute.
Now I use an Amex Platinum.
Nexus. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He doesn't get in the Nexus line. He's like,
You don't have the American Express card? You can't get into the lounge? Well, good luck, pal.
and he's like, remember I used to jump on. And you're like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
anymore."
now I
Oh,
fucking-
no, you can't do. We can't be doing.
Yeah,
this.
security's gonna flag the shit out of him.
Tackled by the TSA.
Yeah, he's like, you can't go. Oh, they caught me right away.
Just opposite, yeah. Taste. Well, the world changed. The world
Yeah,
changed
world
after Rap and
changed.
Hugh talked about
It's-
9/11.
Yeah, I never could. I didn't. I was too busy pretending to be a lion, or like a cat. So I feel like all the imaginary friends or other presences were like, not this one.
We
No
can't.
interest.
We can't get into this.
Yeah, I don't think I want to deal with this. We'll go next door.
This-
I'm like,
she's-
"Ah!"
yeah, she's not bored. She doesn't need
She's
us.
like,
A part of your
Yeah.
world.
She's like 16, still going up the stairs on all fours.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Oh,
pass.
that's funny. You just hit me with a core memory.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I did that for so long. Breaking that habit, tough.
same.
It just is
Oh.
natural.
Especially with carpet.
Carpet, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
In the 90s, carpet all over every stair.
Yep.
Now, no way.
No
Slip
way.
City.
Slip
Flip
City, baby.
City. Head Injury City.
You end up with Alzheimer's.
That's right. City. I don't want to live in that city.
Edinburgh City? Cheap rent.
I think.
I
don't know.
remember.
I can't
Did I pay?
remember.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think we kind of poked as we went.
I poked as we went, and I just honestly wanted to hear more details as opposed to poking. But that was okay. I'm probably gonna ask the name later when we leave the
Off mic?
establishment.
Yes.
Off mic. Okay, great. More sound effects. There you go.
Ah, means he's lying.
Oh
Whoa!
no! Wait, no, that was a sound effect. Moving on.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, wink. Or she's throwing us off her trail.
Oh, I didn't plan that far.
Ooh.
Like the witch in Hansel and Gretel.
Woo! Okay, on to story number 2.
Okay. I was trying to think if I should tell like an equally creepy story, or can it be changing the vibe completely?
Whatever you want.
I'm like,
This is your.
this is all
moment.
you.
Okay. Okay. So,
Wait, what is the theme of the stories that you wanted to tell?
the theme of the story is dating.
Oh, because you had a
Oh.
title with your last story, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
dating ghosts.
Yes. Dating sucks.
Dating
Okay.
sucks.
You know what?
Relatable premise.
Okay, relatable premise. Also, February 14th, Valentine's Day coming up soon.
Exactly.
Very on brand, very on season, very
Yes.
seasonable.
The season of love, the
Mm.
season of loss, the season of lust.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes.
I had an imaginary friend. I don't know.
Wait, is it cuffing season still?
Oh,
Oh yeah, when is that?
Shoot,
I think
don't
it's-
know.
I think it's like from the new year
cuffing
Oh no, wait,
season.
sorry, no, it's over the fall and the winter, and then
So you get a Christmas gift.
Yes, and then
no,
after
cuffing
Valentine's
season
Day,
because it's like you don't want to go out during winter. It's like a hibernating thing.
yes, and you just want to be cuddly with a person, and then after Valentine's Day, it's like
For the
cuffs off.
street.
Breakup season.
Yes,
I got the
Whoa.
Valentine's Day gift. I'm out.
yes, but you can't break them up. You can't break up with them before Valentine's Day.
So you receive all these gifts, you party, you get all the kisses.
Yes.
New Year's kiss, Valentine's kiss, flowers, and then you're like, I'm out.
I like the order. The order was gifts, kisses, party, or something.
Party.
You party, you get gifts, you get kissing, and then you're like,
And then you say bye.
yeah, it's spring.
It's spring.
It's spring. I'm going to Cabo.
Don't tell my parents.
Is that me?
Yes. Well, cut that out. I looked at my own phone, but cut it out. Okay, yes. So, I was newly single after 12 years. I was in a 12-year relationship, like a high school sweetheart type psychopath.
Oh.
Not me. Yeah.
Woo!
Put it out there.
Yeah.
Go to Grandpa's floor, pal.
Yeah.
So, like after when you're in a relationship that long, like diving into the dating world, I
It's
was
crazy.
like, everyone's like, you got to get on the apps, all this stuff.
And it probably changed a lot too, because I feel like the the creation of app, like
oh my gosh,
dating
appeared.
online was like,
yes,
it was like 0 to 100 immediately.
Yes, and I was just like, I was like, I need to get a boyfriend right now. Like I wasn't like, let's see what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up just going on like many first dates that were the worst.
Oh my gosh.
Like there could be I could tell some bonus tales.
Woo!
Terrible.
I love bonus
terrible
stories.
ones. This is a bonus.
Okay.
Bonus one is I went on a date with a guy. He brought me to a park, and he brought like some food and stuff and like a blanket, and he kept like being like, let's move over here and like move over here, and
move the blanket.
Oh
yes,
my
like,
god, you have to pick everything up and move.
yes.
Ugh.
and like there was like he had like wine and cheese or whatever and like meat.
This guy Googled picnic.
I do not want
Paris.
to be moving so much after eating wine and cheese and
yes
meat.
And he kept being like, I don't know, like coming up with excuses like we'll get sunburned or it's windy, and I was like, okay. I barely know you, but okay. And we'd been talking on like the phone a little bit and texting. He seemed fine, normal. And then finally he chose like a spot across from like a row of houses, and then he was staring at the house, like staring at like, do you know? Did I tell you this before?
No, I'm just thinking. I've got my own theory.
Okay, so and then sure enough, this woman came out of the house, and like she was like, David, like, and it was his ex-wife.
Oh my god!
I was thinking that's what it was, like an ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. That's so funny.
And he like purposely positioned, or like they were separated.
Yeah,
and he purposely like brought me there to like in front of the house, and I didn't know. I thought it was like his sister or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Her being like,
yeah,
David.
And then they started talking.
See, I'm not crazy.
This is why she left you, David.
Yeah, and I was sitting on the blanket being like eating a salami, like not knowing like what
amazing.
How is this?
You know what?
What
if
a
you're
coincidence.
you better like get something out of this.
And then they started hugging and like doing like little kisses, and I was like,
what
the hell?
Little
like,
kisses?
Yeah. And then they came and sat on the blanket beside me, and I was just like eating a cheese, and I had no idea what was going on. And then she was like, you understand? And I was like, what? Like I was so confused.
I don't know what's going on at all.
And I kind of figured it out. And then I was like, and just like squished cheese and like put it in my purse. And then was like, I'm out of here.
I would have take the cheese, take the wine.
It worked. In no world did I think this plan worked. Where she's like, what are you doing in the backyard having a picnic? Oh my God, I love you.
Yeah. And then he texted me like, sorry, or something. And I was like, yeah. Also, like, I should have taken the wine, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Instead, I shoved cheese in my purse.
You know what? At least you took something.
I took something.
Yeah.
And I ate it on the way home. But that was a bonus one.
You should have licked the whole salami
I
and
know.
put it down and then left.
But instead I was like, like it was like a stick.
Good for you, though.
Yeah, this is what you're missing.
Bites off.
No, the bite is perfect. Yeah. Don't be neat and chop it off. Because are they really going to want to eat that salami now?
No.
Exactly.
Hell no.
That's true.
And that's what you are, David. Spoiled goods.
yes, good for you. I hope you're happy.
We got to the other side of this room. He's having a picnic in the podcast studio.
His ex-wife comes in.
Oh my God,
David, I still
David.
love you.
Okay, so that was like one of the first
That's
ones. I was
crazy.
like, this seems weird. Does
Is this always how they do
Yeah, I
that?
was like, things have
Oh
changed.
my gosh.
That was my voice.
Yeah.
What the heck? But I wasn't mad. I was just like, like this is the world.
Yeah.
And then so then I think like the second or third date I went on.
Wait, is this the story?
This is
This
the
is
story.
Okay.
The nice thing is we know that David's story is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That shit happened.
Or it's all part of the line, the bonus story's a lie. I can't believe a
Whoa.
fucking word anyone says anymore. I don't know what's going on.
especially because I was doing this at all times.
Yeah, you were.
But I wasn't trying to. I
was
just got excited
unconscious.
to do it.
There you go. That's a great
Um,
sound effect.
It is. And if anyone can't see, I'm stirring a cauldron as
She's
well.
also, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Great mime work.
But, like,
That's what they get at Second City.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm not plugging the show.
Yeah, it's true. And I do that on stage a lot. Okay. So this is a real one. I mean, this is the story, not a bonus story. So this was like, I guess, like the third-ish date I went on. And this guy, he was a librarian, as one is.
Mhm.
And which I share because every time someone has a normal job, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be a normal person.
Mm.
Like they're not like an actor. No offense.
No.
I mean, to
It's-
me either.
It's true. If somebody says they're an actor, I'm like, you're weird.
Or
And
like-
I'm not one to talk because I'm super weird.
But like,
So is this guy.
That's not true. We all had imaginary friends.
Oh my God.
They were hopping.
You had an imaginary friend. I walked on all fours for a long time, probably
Yes.
too long. I should have been seeing a
Yeah.
child therapist.
Chelsea spent every Sunday in a mental institution.
with Rav and Hugh following her around and Cat Lady speaking to her
Yeah.
in meows.
Right, and a librarian seems like a boring. I mean, like
Pretty
safe,
average, safe
Yes.
job.
like pretty. Yeah, like not boring,
maybe
but
he's
like
intelligent. Maybe he's well read.
I don't want to say
Yes.
boring. I'm sorry.
Well, he seemed safe. Like safe. is
safe,
the
right? Like
word.
normal,
Yeah.
like safe.
Yes.
Safe is a
and,
better word.
and nice. And yes. So he wanted to meet like halfway at
At a library.
Imagine.
He's like, I got a card for this place. All the books you
I'll
want.
get us in here.
he's waiting in like the erotic fiction and like section. And I'm like, oh.
Wow, thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Yeah. So we'll just call him Dave again.
Oh, Dave, another Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one was
You don't want to use his real name?
I
You
could.
don't have to.
You don't have to. I won't
Don't force
this.
her
I'm
into
not going
that.
to force this. Well,
Just
I'm
his
just
la-
surprised. She's been calling out people left, right, and
True.
center.
It's true.
I was shocked to hear it. Let's just call him this.
Yeah. I was like, I guess I could.
Just his last
You said
name's
first
fine.
and last names like
I really did.
Yeah.
Social insurance
Anyway, it's
number is
fine.
good.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Well, it's Robert.
Bobby the librarian.
Bob. Okay.
Yeah. So he wanted to meet at Square One, which was like
Oh,
Mall in
okay.
Mississauga.
A mall.
Mall in Mississauga.
How old were you when he wanted to meet there?
Like in our 20s.
Not an
And he's
adolescent.
he's
No. Oh, we were like 29, 28 years old.
Oh, that's
You
weird.
want to go walk the mall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a 16-year-old thing to do.
And so he was like,
I don't like you immediately now.
exactly.
Bert,
And I was like,
whatever your
okay.
name is.
And it was like
Bert.
Bert.
Let's call him
Bert.
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 That's
Bert.
her mom's
Mom.
imaginary friend from the 1920s.
Oh my
Robert.
God. It all makes wait, Robert.
Robert. Yeah, taking Bert from
Bert.
that.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Anyway.
So I think he wanted a coffee place in Square One.
Okay.
Whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, and
Better coffee shops, but
Yeah.
fine.
a daytime, fine. So we get there, and then he again is looking all around, and I was like, another one of these guys, like with their wife nearby. And he was like, oh, let's. And I was like, oh, he used to whispering. He's a librarian, fine. Like, I'm sure
You're
that's.
whispering it because he's the librarian. He's too used to it. He can't
I know.
We
break
kept
out of
doing
it.
this to everyone else around.
Or being like, you have to check that out. Yeah, I meant not
Yeah, the book.
Yeah.
check out the book, not like check it out.
Check out those boobs on
Check out the cover.
She's falling over.
Yeah. Check out that hardcover. Okay. So we didn't even order, and he was like, let's go somewhere else. And I was like, we're already in like a coffee culture inside Square One.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, let's go somewhere else. And he was
Why'd
like,
you pick this place then?
yeah. So then we went to like a plaza that was like a walk across the street. And again, I'm like new to dating. I don't know if this is how like men behave.
Did you live,
I
and
don't
without too
know.
much details, close to Mississauga?
I was sort of Mississauga, or no, he was sort of Mississauga. I was Toronto.
Oh, okay.
So this
So you had
was
to drive
kind
like 45 minutes to get to
Yes.
this mall?
yes, and I was like, well, it's kind of halfway, I guess.
Right.
So we both we
Mhm.
both drove, and then so
Square One isn't halfway to anything.
I know it's
I don't
very
believe
off the beaten
that.
path.
Well, that's why I was like, if it's beside your house, but if anyone's like, hey, do you want to meet me in Mississauga for
Yeah.
a coffee? I'm like, you out of your fucking
I know.
Yeah,
mind?
no, you can come here. It's way
come to
better.
me.
Yes. And all these things that people were suggesting for first dates, I was just like, I think this is normal. Like I don't
Mhm,
really
mhm.
remember what people are or humans
Yeah.
are. So some people are like, if I tell this story, they're like, why didn't you leave right away? Why didn't you put up with it? I'm like, I didn't
hey,
know.
It's different when you're in the moment too.
Yes. And like, again, I thought he was just like nervous, or so I was like, librarians are probably shy and weird. And he did see, you're like, yes.
I've seen this in many romance comedies.
Yes.
Yes. And especially a male librarian. Who
That's right.
knows?
Yeah.
He can't take his glasses and hair out. We don't know.
Right, you can't be Clark Kent Superman.
No.
mode.
Yeah.
So we moved to a second place, and he's still like,
Second location.
yes, he's still like low and like looking all around
Oh my gosh.
and being like, so do you have any brothers and sisters? Like asking me like the basic like dating questions.
Do you have any what?
Brothers and sisters, like, the like.
I couldn't even hear him over his
Yeah.
whisper.
I know. So, but he seems really nice and he's cute and like laughing and whatever. But he is constantly looking around. I was like, are you like waiting for someone or looking for someone? And he was like, no. He was like, everything's good now. Like he was like, it's just us now. And I was like, what?
Just us.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So I was very confused, and it was like kind of a crowded coffee place, but not really. So he goes up to get another coffee for me, and this couple, this old, in their like 60s, are staring at me.
Uh-oh.
This woman comes over to me, and just is like, "How are you today?" And I was like, "Fine." I don't think you really want to know the way you asked
Yeah.
me. Yeah. and she was like, "Good, enjoying yourself." And I was like, "Yep." And then she was like, "All right, well," and then walked up, and I think her husband was like ordering as well. And I just thought like maybe she thinks she knows me, like whatever. So I can see this couple like sitting at a little table, like,
Yeah.
and the husband goes and sits with her. My date comes back, and then I see the woman get up again and come over to us.
Oh my god.
And she was like, "Are you enjoying your coffee with your little blonde whore?" And I was like, "Huh?" And she was like, "Do you know who he is?" And I was like, "No." "What?" And he was like, "Please stop, please stop it." Like, and then she was like, "Oh, that looks yummy. What is it? Vanilla?" Like, and like I was like, "What's your name?" Like, Betty, and like, coming up with all these like bimbo names. And I was like, what is happening? And I was like, am I the whore? I guess I am. And for having a coffee and sitting here.
At 12 in the afternoon?
Yeah. And then he was like, just let me deal with it. Let me deal with it.
In his
You're
little
like, I
quiet
can't fucking
voice.
hear you.
Yes. Yeah. And then the husband was just like, "Linda, leave him alone." Like,
Not
Linda,
the husband.
she's on her
What's going
period.
on?
Stop it.
Trying to get her to leave, even though he was there too. And then she was like, "This is my son-in-law, and he's married to my daughter." And I was like, "Well, shit." And he was like, "We're on a break," or like, we're
It was Ross?
yeah. And he was like, we're working it out or something. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know. Like, and he was like, "No, we're not." He was like, "Just let," and we've been talking for like quite a while.
Oh my god.
So he obviously, I guess, was married, and she was like, "They're planning for a baby. Like,
Lady,
you're messing this up."
guy is the problem. Why are you calling me? He's the
Yeah.
whore.
And she called me
Sorry, I
a
didn't mean to point at you, sweetie.
whore, and also not a harlot. Oh, what was it?
A floozy.
It was like a word like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Tramp,
Whoa.
tramp,
Tramp.
tramp. Yeah. And it was like, well, congratulations, you little tramp. Like, it was like we were in the 50s.
Whoa.
It was all stuff like that. And she kept being like, yummy iced coffee, huh? Like, critiquing the coffee.
Oh my gosh. This
Just
lady
anything
is
she can.
lucky she didn't get her teeth knocked
But did
in.
he see her at the other coffee shop
Yes.
first? Hello.
Don't mind our lights. They
Oh, I thought it was
sometimes
It's just a
fall.
ghost.
I thought it was a bat. I saw this and I
That's the LSD we put in your coffee.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
woo! We're gonna have a good time now.
So he definitely saw them at the other place. So he was they were following us.
Following us.
But he
Following
didn't-
us.
yeah, he didn't-
I'm there with you. I feel like I'm there with you. I'm like, I immediately hate this lady.
I know, but I was so stunned and like I'm so non-confrontational and I didn't know what was happening. So I was just like, oh. And I thought maybe she's lying. And then I was like, I don't want to like be a part of this. And then like I tried to leave and then he like grabbed my hand and then she grabbed my hood of my hoodie and pulled it. And I was like, it was so, and then he was just like, oh God, let her go. I was
Wait,
like,
were you in a hoodie the whole time? Like,
no,
Oh my gosh.
my little like cardigan
Yeah.
hood. Yeah. Anyways, it was a mess.
Wow.
And then he was texting me like, it's gonna be done soon.
No,
was like,
it's done now.
I
sounds like
know.
it's not though.
Yeah, it sounds like it's being dragged on, and it sounds like your mother-in-law or whatever is nuts.
Yeah.
All these married dudes are on Tinder.
Yeah,
I
what
know.
is wrong? And also this lady with her old ass mindset of like her son-in-law isn't the problem, you're the
I
problem for
know.
not knowing.
You tricked his dumb little pee-pee.
Yeah, you tricked his little penis into fucking you.
Yeah. Pew, pew. She was very, very dressed up. That's just a side note. She had like big old dangly earrings.
This was Cruella DeVille.
Yes, it looked like. And she kept calling me blonde over and over. Tramp.
You should have called her a hag.
I should have. Hussy was another one. It was
Hussy.
It was all
She
these.
was pulling out all the words. I wonder, I bet you maybe this is an old trauma for her. Maybe her husband has also diddled
Yes.
behind her back.
I would.
Diddle,
believe
did you
it.
say?
Diddled.
And they
And
were,
in the nicest way possible. I feel like we've thrown out a lot of
Yeah.
bad words and I wanted to
Even
maybe
it out.
even it out.
and they were talking about like I was still sitting there like eating my little like pastry.
I love that you're just
Every
like,
story you're
nothing
just like,
is going to stop
Yes.
me from getting what I'm
I
here
know.
for.
I was processing it because they were talking and I was like trying to listen. And then she was like, well, you're bringing your hussy here. She probably let him like just talking about me. And I was like, oh, it's still me.
Oh, that's still,
Yeah.
I think she's
You're
still
hussy.
talking about
And
me.
I remember driving home being like, but he's a librarian. Like thinking like
yeah,
that.
librarians don't cheat.
I know.
mean, yeah, you would think he would be better at that, but look at that. No one is safe.
No, he looked like
I'm keeping an eye on you.
I need a stepmom from back in the day to be like, I don't know, I don't have it. I don't have it.
I'm keeping you on a leash from now
What?
on.
I didn't do anything.
also I feel like creative types are out in the open, but
Mhm.
but like it's those I was
Low
gonna say,
those-
Those low budget
it's those businessmen.
Businessmen.
librarians.
Yeah, it's their fault. So that's a second story. It was a wild one.
Wow.
I've had a lot of bad dating ones, but
Wow.
that
And
one
the-
was pretty wild.
That's crazy. I wish you would write these on Reddit. You could put these all over
Yeah,
Reddit.
I'm sure I could. I put one on TikTok and it like blew up.
how many views?
250,000.
That's a lot of views.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, and
there you go. We
and
love a
then-
good story time.
But then a lot of the comments were like, "Why did
You're
you
a hussy.
Why did you?" Or the other one, the one at the park with the wife at
Right.
the house, like, and they're like, "Why did you stay? Like, did you take wine?"
Obviously,
Like,
I wanted the cheese. I was eating
Yes.
cheese.
And again, once again, processing and new to the dating world.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume if they were moving the blank out, just like this guy has OCD or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but then when they sat down and started like putting their faces on each other's, I was like, "Oh, she's not
Yeah,
my
that's
sister."
not great.
Yeah, and I was like,
That was a bad
I'm
sign.
also on the blanket." So
Yeah, and also it's
You're hogging the
awkward.
blanket.
Like,
yes.
yeah. Do I take the cheese? Do I take the wine? I'm definitely
Yeah.
taking the cheese. Maybe the
You
wine's a
should've-
little out of reach.
Yeah.
If
you
I
know?
may, while they were kissing on the blanket, you should just walked into her house, take it whatever you want.
That's great.
That would have been kind of funny.
Oh,
Rob her.
Your TV's got her jewels.
Jules.
Ah.
Hi, Jules.
And you're a little dog too.
Yeah. And I actually take her dog and I'm arrested. Like, I'm like, but it was part of it.
It's part of the gag.
It's part of the gag. Get it? Get it?
You
I
guys
took your
get it?
dog.
Wow, that's crazy. You know what's sad?
What?
One of these stories is not true.
I know.
didn't happen-
Or didn't happen.
Or didn't happen to Chelsea as the protagonist.
Oh.
Okay. I actually, you know what? I kind of have my guess right
Okay.
now. But we should poke some holes, as is tradition to the show. Okay. So, what coffee were you drinking, and what croissant were you eating?
It was a gluten-free little pastry thing, like a, I don't know, you know when they put like beans in it?
Yeah. Oh, like a black bean brownie.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
fucking
A bean
lie.
croissant. That doesn't sound real.
Lie. And an iced coffee, but it wasn't summer, but iced coffee.
Okay, iced coffee. No,
Which
no,
is
no.
why the stepmom hated it so much. Or
Yes.
that mother-in-law.
And kept calling it out. And
Wow, she really was like against that. She was like a coffee purist. She's like, and it
And
needs to be
yes.
hot.
You
And-
cold-hearted bitch,
Yeah.
drinking your cold coffee.
and the lipstick on the straw really set her
Oh.
off. She was like,
she
well,
has had some trauma.
Yeah.
These are very specific ticks for her.
yeah.
Something's happened to her in the past, and also why the husband was like, "This is not a big deal.
Yeah.
I've done this in the past."
We all done this.
But you'd think he would, I mean, I don't want to say this is a good idea, but if he was just trying to like quickly cheat, like why take me to a coffee culture at noon?
And
Fucking
like,
nuts.
how did they?
8 p.m. at the hotel bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's get this done.
Yeah, like get this done where they're, your father-in-law and mother-in-law are in
Yeah.
bed.
Or not
They've-
following you around in their sedan.
Yeah.
Like,
In their sedan.
I wonder. They have like a
Mississauga.
GPS tracker on him.
I don't know.
Wow.
Air tags.
But the fact that they didn't walk across the street to follow him, they saw him in square one and then got back in the car and were like and drove and like
Whoa.
Oh, it was a drive in between the two coffee
we
shops?
walked, but like they're clearly like their car was at the next place. So
Wow.
when I left, I could see them like all standing by the car.
Wow.
Then you saw them kissing? Like
Yeah.
it
Like,
ended the same way
"Hey."
as the other day?
I take their dog from the car.
Wow.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
I don't know. Like at first, I think that second story is true. I think because Chelsea with the TikTok,
Yeah.
I used to think the first story was a lie I do think the first story. I think the first story, I thought it was true, the Ouija stuff, until you said that the thing showed up in your closet built again. And I'm like, well, I don't believe in magic.
Yeah. Even though
So-
you are kind of a magician.
That's kind of where I'm thinking right now. But yeah, our official decisions?
Official decisions. Do you have it here? I'll
Yes,
move your
my little-
popsicles sticks. My makeshift my makeshift stuff here. Okay. So, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I kind of did, I guess.
Okay.
So I think, that second story I think is true.
Ooh, okay.
And I think that first one, because of that Ouija second bonus clip, is fake. I think she went too far
Ooh.
with her magic.
Okay,
lies.
well, I'm the opposite. I feel like the first story is true. Boom, right there. And I think the second story is a lie, because if you actually went out with two married men and they did almost the exact same thing, that's pretty nuts. But maybe that is true. I don't know. But my thing is it's a lie. Okay,
Okay.
big reveal.
Okay. So the Ouija story is
Ah!
but it did happen.
Oh,
Just not to me.
just not to you. Okay,
Yeah.
Who
to
did it
a close
happen
friend?
to?
Katie Belushi, whatever your
Yeah.
name is.
Kristen McCooey.
Whoa, is rapping you here?
No, it happened to my friend's mom.
Oh.
My best friend's mom and
Not.
not my
Were you one of the
mom.
girls at the party?
Nope.
Not at all.
But I knew the whole thing because she told us.
Because all those girls disappeared
Yeah.
by the spirits got
So
killed.
she told us this story
Oh
so
my
many times. So it
gosh.
is true.
Yeah.
But just not my mom.
Okay.
But
Wow.
and I
What was the
wasn't
name
there.
then? Can we say the
No,
spirit name?
no,
If
no.
it's-
Let's say it after.
I still don't want to because I
Oh.
feel
Let's
like
say it after.
when she
I like it. You
listens-
kind of believe in the.
Well, because it did happen to.
Well, you don't want your friends'
Yes.
stuff aired
Yeah.
out.
I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's.
You'll
and
talk about Kristen
it's-
Snowfort wrecking any day and beating up your twin, but not this one.
Not this shit. Not
Yeah.
this shit.
No, I still talk to her. Okay,
Wow.
yeah. So it's super scary because it's real, but not my real.
And the second part that I think where I caught you, did that happen to your friend too? Or you just made that up?
I made a mistake
You got greedy.
because that is
Wow.
true, and that happened to me.
What?
And I got too excited.
You're like,
I'm
look
still
at these
holding this like this
idiot,
lie.
idiots eating out of your hand.
I was because I know the Ouija story so well because my friend told me, because we wanted to play as like teens, and she was like, we can't play because this happened to my mom, and then told it a bunch of times, and then we tried to ask her mom about it, and she told us a little bit and was like, I won't talk about this anymore, you guys can never play that. So I was like part of the second wave of friends trying to play. And then we heard about, but it wasn't my mom. But then I like forgot it wasn't actually me, and the thing that happened, what happened to me for real.
Oh, so that part was
like that
true.
part you did break a Ouija board.
Yes. And
it showed up magically in your closet?
Yes.
Wow, the part you thought was fake was true.
And it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, who did this? Like, who? And it wasn't taped. And I was like, somebody.
So somebody maybe had a new one already and put it in there. Or something?
I don't know.
Like when your kid's goldfish dies, don't tell him you get a new goldfish.
Yep. And that was that scared me because I already knew about my friend,
right,
and her mom.
Her weird.
Yeah, and we were just like, I was like, I have one little play, and then I was like, we don't want to play anymore, and this is weird. I already broke it, but the board was gone, and it was just like, so I was like, someone did this to me, like my brother or my cousin or something. But everyone swore they didn't. It was
still,
and I have not played since. It scared me so much. I've never played with a Ouija board since.
Wow. So you did go out with two guys who did the same shit. Oh, I'm so sorry, babe.
The dating, and it was from OkCupid.
Okay, Cupid.
Whoa. I know you were going to say, what's that? What's that?
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison.
Oh my God.
It's like you didn't realize you kept dating Ashley. Why are they all married?
Oh, gosh.
No one's named Ashley or Madison. Like, what's happening?
So crazy.
Gosh, Ashley Madison sucks. Everybody on here is married already?
So
I know.
weird.
In the first 4 dates, 2 of those happened. Yeah. So
whoa.
The first guy was separated, and then the librarian was still actively
separating,
married.
quote unquote.
Yes,
but
probably
apparently
not. Still married to this day.
Yeah, it sounded like they're planning for a child.
Oh my God,
doesn't sound like a separation.
Yes, at least the first one I didn't get called names. By the second, but the fourth one, but
all kinds of names.
Yeah,
every name in the book.
The date
she pulled out some old school
in
names
the book
too.
from 1885.
Yeah.
Yes, it was at every
Hussy. I haven't heard that one in a long time.
No scam.
Harlot.
No harlot. Tramp, hussy, and then little blonde little whore was the first one.
As your red lipstick's all over the straw, being like, what?
You're like, huh?
I'm like actively blowing
sucking the straw.
I said blowing.
I don't know what you
we know what you meant.
Sorry if your son-in-law's dick is like this strong.
Unlike fucking
That's
David.
His problem.
The sausage you bit in half.
Oh my God.
Bug.
Chelsea, where can people follow you? Where can they find you on the net? Okay, Cupid, is that still active?
I'm still around. It's on an app now. Things are getting crazy.
Whoa.
I have Instagram at Chelslark, and I have TikTok at Chelslark66.
Woo! Whoa.
For the devil. It's the devil. He's coming out of you. And you can find me at Second City. I'm there a lot.
There you go. Boom. Have a laugh.
Yeah.
Buy some Second City.
I'll be there doing stuff.
Whoa. Boom. You can also follow Steele My Story podcast. Listen anywhere you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube. Search up Steele My Story podcast, or on TikTok or Instagram, Steele My Story podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Mwah! Bye.